Now, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a red carpet this evening, but we do have sort of a dirty green carpet. And we'll have that too as we present to you for the very first time in this auditorium. It is, as I say, hosted by Mr. Luis Manriquez, the first annual OSCE Award.
Okay, so the thing about Luis is he's like kind of into himself, so he really won't come in unless we're like really, really bad.
You know, I just flew in from the J-Wing, and boy, are my arms tired. You know, we learned a lot of important things these first 2 years of med school: how to read an EKG, how to calculate renal clearance, something else I can't remember right now. But arguably the most important thing, and the hardest to teach, is professionalism. So we'd like to honor those of us who excel at medical professionalism. The nominees for the award in medical professionalism are Manriquez.
My apologies, subject 1027. It was necessary to deceive you in the name of science. Your Uncle Tanus is not really dead. Interesting.
Rob Jones.
That's when they told me I needed a liver transplant.
I'm so sorry. It sounds like it must have been really difficult for you.
God, I gotta fart so weird. Maybe I can just sneak it out. I should do a tester first. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. I gotta put a cork on that. Damn you, Rotunda.
Ryan Woolridge.
Oh, thanks.
Catherine Glass and Jay Conrad.
I hereby call this meeting of the Honor Council to order. Catherine and Jay, please explain this photo found on Facebook.
Oh yeah, that was for my birthday last week, and we actually had a really good time.
But why wasn't I invited?
And the winner is Jay Conheim and Catherine Glass.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my lovely girlfriend, Catherine Glass, for the Furries weekend in Las Vegas. It was an impromptu trip that was just an absolute blast. Unforgettable.
Now, before we announce our next award winner, I'd just like to remind everyone that this event is brought to you by Prescott Pharmaceuticals, makers of Vaxamed, the only drug specifically formulated to help medical students focus. Side effects may include PowerPoint priapism, mental case mania, and adult onset infancy. Remember, just because a drug is approved by the FDA does not make it safe, which is why none of Prescott Pharmaceuticals' drugs are approved by the FDA. And now the award you've all been waiting for, Best Actor in a Psychiatric Diagnosis. And the nominees are... So this is the guy who says, up front. You know, I just flew in from the J-Wing, and boy, are my arms tired. Dan Hibbert.
Hey, Robin. Went to the pipe. I thought we were going to study.
It's salvia divinorum, the world's strongest hallucinogen. Dr. Chapkin encourages active learning, so I'm going to hit up and see if my synapses fire.
Careful, Robin. That's a powerful kappa opioid agonist.
I just have this terrible fear that I'm going to embarrass myself in front of everyone. Like, I have this recurring nightmare that I'm like in the hog nest and just like everyone is there and like just something horrible happens and it's like so embarrassing, like so embarrassing. Oh my god.
I understand, but what is the nightmare that's so embarrassing? It's just a nightmare. It's probably not something that's going to happen.
No. I guess not.
You've come a long way. I think you're ready for exposure therapy.
And the winner is for Best Actor in a Psychiatric Diagnosis. Well, dip me in honey and call me Susan. Glenna Martin.
Thank you guys.
Yo, Glenna, I'm really happy for you. So Robbie Calvani is one of the craziest med students of all time. Of all time. That's our show for the evening. Thank you all for coming. We'd like to thank Prescott Pharmaceuticals. Thanks, and we'll be here all week. Try the fish. Thank you.
Well, now you've had it, ladies and gentlemen, the first and the last of the OSCEs.